Good evening, friends. So I just briefly touch upon what happened in yesterday's class at the end, because so at the end we were discussing the in the first in this wedge case. Actually, I wanted to take the wedge case later on. Somebody asked it, so I have sent the drawing to all of you. I suppose it is quite evident. So the body is here, so I will call it as A, and this is B, and this is the rigid ground, you can take earth. Okay, so here I have split this, and here you see I have taken the ground as a reference. Okay, no confusion. So I am addressing everything with respect to this reference. Let me make that very clear to all of you with respect to this reference. So if you take body A, if you take that. So what are the forces acting on it? Since there is contact here, immediately you write that because this body B is going to apply a force on body A. So I will write this as N1. And there is a weight vector. This is being pulled by earth. So that one I will write it as WA, weight vector. Okay. And now look at WA and N1. Look at WA and N1. You will soon see that the resultant vector will be in this direction, isn't it? That N1 and WA, the resultant vector will be in this direction. I suppose you are all able to understand this.
Yes.
Yes. That means this resultant vector due to N1 and WA will cause the body A or the block A to slide down the wedge. Is that clear? Okay.
Yes.
So therefore the frictional force will be in this direction, which I am showing it as F1. Okay. This is the free body diagram for body A, and for body B, that is the wedge. Okay, for the wedge. Okay, now it is like this. B applies force on A, N1. So A will apply force on B, that is N1. Equal and opposite in accordance with Newton's third law.
Yes.
And due to B, there is frictional force F1 on A, and therefore due to A, the frictional force on this will be F2. Sorry, F1. Got it? Due to this, the frictional force will be F2. Okay? This is in accordance with Newton's third law.
Yes.
Right. So this is this. This applies force. B applies force on A applies force on B. Equal and opposite. Now this wedge itself has weight. Okay, and this wedge itself has weight, and that I will write it as BB. Okay, and because there is contact force between this wedge and the ground, you can see that there is ground here, isn't it? So there will be reaction from the ground. That I am writing it as N2. Okay. So these are the forces that is going to be there on A and B. Now coming to the analysis. So here you see that this angle is theta. Correct? Hello?
Yes.
Because this angle is theta. Right? Similarly, this angle is theta. Clear?
Yes.
So you identify those angles. This is also theta. This is also theta. Okay. Now accordingly write the equations, and if I see equations, you should write depending upon the conditions that is given. Now the condition is, please appreciate, with respect to this frame, both these bodies are at rest. What did I say?
With respect to that frame,
With respect to this frame, because this frame is attached to the earth, the rigid body. These things are in this one. So what I will do now is, I will this W is here, okay? WA is here, so this angle will also be theta. So WA will make an angle with respect to This WA, the component of this in this direction will be what? WA cos theta. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
So the other component of it will be WA sin theta.
Sin theta.
ठीक है? हाँ? Hello?
Yes, yes,
हाँ,
yes, sir.
हाँ. Now you see, don't by heart this and all. What I have done here is, this WA, I have resolved it into two components. Understand? So I had 50 rupee note. I have divided that 50 rupee note into 20 rupee note and 30 rupee note. Okay? I give you 50 rupee note. Say, supposing you give me 20 rupee note and 30 rupee note. Of course, there is no 30 rupee note. Assume that. Huh? Then I have given you 50. You have given me 20 and 30. Same way, once I have resolved this into these two components, this one will not be there. Don't
Yes.
have any confusion.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Huh.
Yes, sir.
So this is it. And now, since I have told this is in equilibrium, then I have to write N1 is equal to WA cos theta, and F1 will be equal to WA sin theta. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So they are equal and opposite, so therefore the equilibrium condition is established. Okay? Now similarly, let us come to this. So now what are all the vertical components? You can see there is N1 acting like this, and if you take the vertical component of N1, then N1 cos theta. This
Yes.
N1 cos theta will be in this direction, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Yes.
this F is also there. This F will also have angle in this direction, but this angle is theta. So F1 sin theta will also be down.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है?
Yes,
हाँ.
yes, sir.
Then what else will be in down? WB is down.
Yes, sir.
All these things are down. And which is the only vector that is up? That is N2.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
Okay. Now what are all the horizontal forces? See, N2 and WB will not contribute to any horizontal component. Why? Because cos 90 is 0. Huh? Right.
Yes.
So, but N1 is like this on the wedge. So it can have component in that direction. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Huh.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
N1 sin theta,
Yes, sir.
okay, will be in that direction. And to counter that, you have F1 cos theta.
One concept. Yes.
Okay. This establishes the equilibrium condition. Now, anybody is having any doubt in this equation, you please ask. I will explain. Aram se, 100 marks. Equation. Like this, you have to write many equations. So, learn how to write these equations. Please learn. Anybody is having any doubt? Hello?
No doubt, sir.
No. Yes. Okay. Yes, good. Thank you. Please, all of you say yes or no. At least that much service you do. Yes, say yes, sir, no, sir. At least say these two words. Okay, please. Now, whenever.
Sir, one question, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, that N1 equals WF cos theta and F1 equals WF sin theta, they are for A, no, sir?
They are for A. Sorry. Yeah, they are for A. They are for A, obviously. And these two are for B.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I should have written that on top. Okay. Right. Now, I have an habit. Whenever I write equations like this, I somehow, verify whether my equations are right. Okay? I verify whether my equations are right. So, what is the verification? Supposing this angle theta is 0. Supposing. That is, the wedge is like this, wedge is like wedge problem. That means now what you will have? You will have one body, that is B, and then you will have A sitting on top. Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes,
You will have B and A sitting on top. Now, you can intuitively say, right? You can intuitively say. So, due to B on A, there is normal N1, okay? And the weight vector of A is WA is down. So, under this circumstance, you should get N1 is equal to WA. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, you see, if you put theta is equal to 0, cos 0 is 1, so you get N1 is equal to WA. So, this equation is verified.
Yes, correct.
And now, since the angle is 0, there is no tendency for the blocks to move. They are not moving and there is no tendency. So, there is no question of any friction. And anyway, if you put theta is equal to 0 here, then sine 0 is 0, so f1 also will be 0. So this one is also verified. Okay? Now come to this. Now here you know N2, that is this reaction N2. This N2 must be equal to the weight of both of them. Isn't it? The ground is supporting both of them.
Yes.
The ground, see, my head is ground, so it has to support the weight of this and this. Got it?
Yes.
So N2 must be equal to WA plus WB. See here. So if you put cos theta is equal to 0, theta is equal to 0, this will become N1. And here theta is equal to 0, F1 vanishes. Okay. So you will get here what? N1 and plus WB. But you have just now proved that N1 is equal to WB. Isn't it? Hello?
Yes.
So you get WA plus WB is equal to N. Okay. So this equation is also verified.
Yes.
Now coming to this equation. So again, theta is equal to 0 here, or F1 is equal to 0. Both are same. So this equation will vanish because there is no horizontal motion. Okay?
Yes.
So this is one quick way of verifying. Whether the equations have been written properly. Okay, I hope this is clear to all of you.
Yes.
This is one thing that we discussed yesterday. And see, the reason why I went on discussing this is, now supposing this, in this case it is at rest. Supposing this starts accelerating. Then you should really say, if I say this is accelerating, okay, this is accelerating, and if I say this is at rest with respect to this, then you see things are going to be slightly different. You have got to use pseudo forces, otherwise you can't simply apply the Newton's laws of motion. Now please be very clear. We were able to write all this equation in accordance with Newton's law. Am I right?
Yes.
See N1, see here, this in this case, N1 and N1, equal and opposite forces. F1 and F1, equal and opposite forces. Okay, now the body is at rest, so net force is 0. See, I have written like this, but actually the original form of that is N1 bar plus WA cos theta bar, okay, is equal to 0. That is how we'll write the equation. But since they are all in the same line, I suppose you understood how we got this. Hello?
Yes.
See, don't get confused. See, it is, if you write like this, N1 J carry plus WA cos theta minus J carry is equal to 0. Understood?
Yes.
See, that is what I had. That is how you have to understand how really it is basically a vector equation. How we get converted to scalar. Now here this minus j, I will pull it inside. So if I pull this outside, then this becomes minus. Then here I have to write WA cos theta plus j. Okay. And there is of course zero vector. Zero vector is a vector whose magnitude is 0, direction what? Can't say. Am I right? So it can, but definitely looking at these two equations, this can also be either in plus j or minus j. Plus or minus j. So here it is plus j plus j plus j. So you can remove the j's. Okay? Right? And so you will be written with N1 minus WA cos theta is equal to 0. So therefore N1 is equal to WA cos theta. That is what I have written. See, you must practice like this, sir. You should not have any confusion. See, there is no excuse for you if you get less marks in examination. Mark my words. Now you see, so far in 10th, till 10th standard, you were gaining sympathy from teachers, from parents and all. You get less marks. So usually say some student gets less marks. The parents are called to the school, and then the parents will say, see, my daughter got less marks, my son got less marks. Okay, then you see, if a reason is given, The teacher will tell, oh no, your child is very good, I know, is very smart. Yeah, but sometimes silly mistakes happen. That is why he has got less marks. Yeah, the mother will also say, because everybody wants to defend themselves. The mother will say, yeah, I know my daughter is very brilliant, but silly mistake. Or somebody, see, theory she is perfect, but problems, she becomes nervous, That is why, okay, all these reasons. Who is going to listen to all these reasons? Okay, because your papa, your mummy, your teachers, nobody can help. Okay, they by sympathy or by empathy or whatever it is, nobody can boost your marks in exam. So you are totally responsible for whatever is happening to you. So basically, you see, I tell them very clearly, learning is not done. In the classroom, learning should be done. If you were with me here in the class, I would have ensured you learn and then only leave the premises. You ask your seniors. I used to stand at the gate of the college. Okay, while going, I used to ask them, come on, define this, derive this fast, and then only leave the gate. If they don't derive, go sit there, derive it, learn, and then only go out of the college. I was so strict. So therefore, everybody used to struggle to learn. And in the classroom, if you are acting smart, not learning, okay, then you would have remembered that day for the rest of your life. So therefore, either by favor or fear, you would have learned and gone home. But unfortunately, I can't do that right now. Okay? But you better be serious. Right? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Regarding the two blocks kept one over the other, that one you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes,
Okay, then I will continue. What I will quickly do now is, I will just discuss all the forces. I mean the simple forces that we have, and then I will move on to the problems on Newton's laws of motion. Before I do that, I am getting queries from students on this, on what I said. Okay. Okay, because I think students have fallen in love with that constrained motion. I wanted to deal it later on. Now you have to understand one thing. See, the pulley problem only, but in a different way I will look at this pulley problem. Supposing there is a rope here, and you have mass m2 here and mass m1. So one thing is clear: the tension is correct. Hello?
Yes.
Now, yesterday I discussed the contact force between two blocks. Correct?
Yes.
And what did I say about the contact force?
It's a self-adjusting force.
Can you tell me any other force which is self-adjusting? Some other example of self-adjusting force? Self-adjusting force. Any other self-adjusting force?
The tensions.
Good, that's it. You see, now if you have a rope here and then you have mass m1 here. So what is the tension? Tension is T1. Supposing you make this mass m2, then the tension will become T2. So the tension keeps on adjusting according to the force. Okay? So tension is also self-adjusting. Keep this in mind. Now here you see tension. Do you remember sometime in my previous lectures I have defined work done? Have I defined?
Yes.
Now, other than the students who are always active in the class, somebody if you tell me the definition of work done, I will be very happy. What is the definition of work done? Anybody? Come on, take up. If you give me 50% right answer also, I will give you shabash. Come on, take this. Yes, Swarupa. Yes, Spurti wants to answer. Yes, Spurti, answer. Swarupa, ನೀ active ಇರಬೇಕಾ? ಏನ? ನಾನು see girls ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಭಯ ಹೋಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, because our pop. ಬಟ್ ಬಾಯ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಬೈತೀರಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೀನು ಭಾರಿ ಜೋರ್ ಅದಿ ನಂಗೆ ಸೊ ನೀನು ಬೈತೆ ನೋಡ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಏನು ಓಕೆ ಬಾಯ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಬಿ ರೆಡಿ ನೌ ಓಕೆ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ವೆರಿ harsh with all of you and you better be ready. So if you don't want me to be harsh with you, you better start answering. Girls also, it is better you answer. Okay? Now I am sparing girls. I will not raise my voice. But for boys, I am going to raise my voice very badly. Okay? And I am not going to edit. I am telling you. Because if I scream at a boy or somebody, I have to sit and edit it for 2 hours. So I have to remove that, delete it. But I am not going to do it. Okay? For boys now. So better be careful and better answer.
Yes.
Okay, Spurti, answer.
Yes.
Spurti, answer ma.
Sir, if the point of application of force changes, then the work is said to be done.
You missed out something. Think. Point of application of force on what? On what? On what? See, you will not apply force in Hava. See now, there is something here. I am applying point of.
The body.
Mata body bidungilla. Good. So,
If,
if the point, come again, please.
if the point of application of force on the body displaces, then work is said to be done.
I will not give you marks for this. Something else is missing.
Sir, and there will be one component of force in direction of displacement.
Brilliant. See, that is what is the answer. Correct? There should be component of force in the direction of displacement. Correct?
Yes.
Along the line of displacement. Okay? Then only work is said to be done. Otherwise, work is not done. Okay? Now, you see, students. See, now I am keeping this on my head. Okay? Right? I am keeping this on my head. Okay? And now, what are the forces acting on it? Lago.
Sir, it makes an active normal reaction and
Normal reaction and weight.
friction.
Wait, who said that friction?
Sir.
See, where is friction here, mental? Tell Sri, where is friction?
Sir, I told you I was moving.
Have I just kept it and asked what are the forces acting?
Then okay.
I never said I am moving. Did I say?
No, sir.
Listen, don't be so. See, you are doing very nicely. You are a wonderful boy. Be calm and cool. See, don't be in a hurry to answer. See, gone are those school days. Okay. See, in school days, I also used to enjoy. Hi teacher, I used to answer and all. Now let's all, we are all quite old, matured. Let's only concentrate on learning and let everybody learn aram se. Because you see, some confusion if you create, like, I know you have understood, but there are many students who are still struggling to understand. They will get terrified and confused. Okay, that is why. Please. Okay. So now the forces acting on this is normal and W. Correct? Hello.
Yes.
See, now my head moves. Correct? My head moves.
Yes.
So my head moved, but then the body also moved. This body also moved. My head moved.
Yeah.
Correct. So for a short duration, what happened? The state of motion of this changed. Now the state of motion of this is at rest. Now you see, at t is equal to 0, the state of motion changed. Correct? Correct. That means it gained velocity vector for a short duration in this direction. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So now, what made that velocity vector to change for a short duration? What force made the velocity vector to change for a short duration? So you should not start gazing the sky and wait for answer from me. Fatafat, you should take a paper, pen. Okay, this is sir's head. Okay, head of sir. And this is the body that sir had kept on his head. Okay, you should write quickly. You should write. So on this, when the body was at rest, W, weight of this body, and normal given by this was acting on this thing that I had kept on my head. Correct? No.
Yes.
Now, sir moved his head. When sir moved his head for a short duration, it developed the velocity vector for a very short duration of time. So there was change of motion for a short duration. So if velocity vector has changed, before it was 0 vector, now it is V. That means some force must have acted in the direction. In the direction of velocity. Correct? Now Srijan, keep quiet. Now, what is that force which created that velocity vector? Think around, say it. Yeah, oh.
Friction.
Friction. Okay, wait. Anybody else? What created that velocity vector? Come on, yaar, take opportunity. Don't sit there like that. Huh? Arun? Pardon?
Inertia, sir.
Inertia created that velocity vector. Arun, are you telling inertia created that velocity vector?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
What? Newton's fourth law, invented by Arun. No. Anybody? Okay. Now Ohm says it is friction. Okay. Okay. Ohm. In which direction was the friction? Ohm Saibra. Huh?
Yes, sir.
In which direction was the friction?
Towards the right on the body you have kept on the right, sir. And for your right, it will act towards the left.
Yes, sir.
With respect to the velocity vector I have drawn here, in which direction is the friction? With respect to the velocity vector.
In the direction of velocity vector.
Ah,
For
so-
the body you have kept on it.
Listen, for the body I kept on it, you are telling this is the frictional force, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes, sir.
All of you agree?
yes, yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Now, apart from
Yes, sir.
the students who usually answer, others tell me, is it correct?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, who can explain how this frictional force is in that direction? Who can explain that? Please explain.
yes,
Who is that? Srijan, ನಾನು ಬೈದೆ ನಿನಗ ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದೆ those students who regularly participate don't answer ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೀನಿ. I know you know the answer. See, I am telling you, you better cooperate. Because this whole class has to come up. Okay, please appreciate and understand whole class. So you have to help yourself and everybody there. Yes, Nishan.
Sir, first let us assume that friction did not exist. So if there was no friction, when you moved your head, the body would have stayed in its same position because it possesses mass. And because
Possesses what you said?
mass. The body has mass, so it will have.
Listen. Yesterday you were absent.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Yesterday I gave a big lecture on this. Don't say mass. Body possesses inertia. Mass is a measure of inertia. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yesterday I explained it. Yeah. Body possesses inertia, and therefore it wants to remain there only. Okay. Initially,
Yes,
good.
sir.
You are doing a good job. Continue, please.
But here, when we assume that friction is there is a force which keeps the object on your head. So that is why we assume it is that friction works in the direction of motion.
Yeah. Fine. You're fine. I understand. You have understood. See, students, this block was on my head. Okay. Now there is no friction. The moment I moved my head, okay, this body wanted to stay here only. Got it? So due to inertia, this body wanted to remain here, but it wanted the head to move. You got it here? Are you able to see?
Yes.
But because I am able to do this because it is not touching my head. No contact. The moment I put the contact, now my head wants to move like this. But this one wants to stay here. That means this one is moving backwards with respect to my head. Got it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It didn't move backward. It was there. But the head wanted to move in this direction. So this with respect to my head wanted to move in the backward direction. Got it?
Yes.
Understood? And therefore, the relative motion of this block with respect to my head is in this direction. In this direction.
Yes.
Got it? And therefore, the frictional force on this is in this direction.
Yes.
And that is the friction I have shown. So this frictional force, which acted at the instant my head moved, okay, is responsible for the creation of the velocity vector. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so at the instant the friction was there, right? At the instant the friction was there. Okay. Now you see at the instant this instant the friction is there. But now is there any friction? Yeah. Now when my head was moving, man, is there any friction? See, now there is no friction. Now see, the moment my head starts moving, there is friction. But afterwards,
Again.
will the friction? See, I will draw. I will draw the friction versus time. Okay. My head started moving here. So till then the friction was 0. Right? At the moment my head started moving here, at time t is equal to some t1, there was friction. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And then my head continued to move with uniform velocity.
Yes, sir.
My head continued to move with uniform velocity. So will this friction continue to be there?
No, sir.
Why? All of you understood the question? Dhiman?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So at the instant when my head moved, there was friction. And afterwards, the friction vanished. Do you understand? Afterwards, this friction vanished. Afterwards, this friction vanished. This friction was there for a very short duration of time. That is, the friction was only there at the instant my head moved. But once my head moved and I started moving, the friction vanished. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why do you say the friction vanished? Why do you say the friction?
The state of motion is uniform.
Excellent. So the velocity vector v that was created, velocity vector v was created because of the force, in this case frictional force, and afterwards the velocity continued to be same.
Yes.
If frictional,
Same striker problem.
if frictional force was acting, then my velocity would have went on increasing of the block. It did not increase. Got it?
Yes.
Good. So therefore, I am telling you that the frictional force was just created and it vanished.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
See, please understand mechanics like this, sir. These are all very, very, very simple problems which I am discussing. But I am going to give you I am not going to give you the problems in the examination are going to be humongous. So therefore, if you understand these things properly, those problems will be easy for you. Alright, so the frictional force was there at that instant, afterwards it vanished. But the body and my head, see, supposing you say this is head and this is body and head continue to move with same velocity. See, this is also moving with same velocity, this is also moving with same velocity. Assume that this is head. That means there is no relative motion between them. Relative motion will be there when the velocities are different. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So, therefore, afterwards there is no friction. That is another way of actually putting it across. Right, friends?
We say that frictional force is creating the velocity in the body, sir, on the block.
Can we say andre ಏನರ್ಥದ?
Sir, is it right to say that the frictional force is causing the velocity for that short instant of time?
Then what else did I tell now? That is what I told 3 times. And what were you doing when I was telling it 3 times? You are writing. You are writing or you are taking snapshot. So what happens to you, whenever I state something, you start writing or you start taking snapshot. And whatever words I say, you will not be listening. Okay, and then after I complete everything, then you will raise, after writing down, So sir, is it like this? This is not done. Don't sit there and write. Okay, done. So did you understand this now? Work is said to be done when the point, So here, you see, work is said to be done. Supposing this is the body, and I apply force F here, external force F here, and F bar, and this is making an angle theta. So this is the point of application. Work is said to be done when the point of application of force on a body displaces. The body should displace. Okay, that means this body has now moved. Okay? Then work is said to be done by the force on the body. Clear?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Huh.
Yes.
Mathematically work done will be equal to F bar, that is F external bar dot D bar.
Yes, sir.
Understood? I hope all of you got this.
Yes, sir.
Right. Very good, very good. Now you see, you have got a similar situation here. This is the point of application. This is the point of application. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So now, if M2 is greater than M2 is greater than M1, then obviously this is moving up with velocity V1 bar, and this is moving down with velocity V2 bar. Of course, I will not use velocity. This is moving up with speed V, and this is moving down with speed V. Got it? So now you see, at some instant of time, this would have moved by some distance delta r. So this point would move down by delta r. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now why did this? So the point of application of force. What is the force? T bar is the force. The point of application, and what is delta r bar? Delta r bar is the displacement. So what is the work done by T bar on delta r bar? It is T bar dot delta r bar.
Yes, sir.
And what is the work done by this force here? You see here, this one. T bar, what is the work done here? Here also it is T bar dot delta R. Here also. Got it? Here I will take this, this as, see, T bar I am taking it up. This is also up. But delta I will take it R1 bar. Here I will take delta R2 bar. Why? Because this vector is down. This vector is up. Are you with me? So, for the body M1, the work done will be T bar dot delta R1 bar. Correct? Work done here.
Yes, sir. Yes.
And what is the work done here? It is also T bar dot delta R2 bar. Correct?
Yes, sir.
But magnitude of delta R1 bar is equal to magnitude of delta R2 bar. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Very good. But now you expand this. If you expand this, you will get T delta R1. Okay, because theta is 0.
Yes, sir.
Theta between T bar and R bar is 0. Cos theta man. Dot product. But what about this? T bar is up, delta R bar is down. So this becomes minus, because cos 180 is minus. So it becomes T delta R2. Did you understand this?
Yes.
But delta R1 bar modulus is equal to delta R2 bar. So this and this are equal, these two are equal, so this will be equal to 0.
Yes, sir.
Now I am going to use a word. Here you see, this is representing work done. This is also representing work done. Okay? But
Yeah.
actually you see, if you see this, it appears work is being done on this, and it also appears work is being done on this. But if you say in totality, the total work done is 0.
Yes, sir.
So here we use the concept called virtual work, apparent work. Okay, and you find that this and this are equal to 0. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here the link is tension, so I have used tension. Sometimes some link there is no. Supposing you are using rod, okay, then you will not use the word tension there. Okay, so in general, I will say F1 bar, okay, dot delta R1 bar plus F2 bar dot delta R2 bar plus so on. Okay, and that must be equal to 0. If you see what? Now you must appreciate that F1 bar, F2 bar are the forces created in the strings or the connecting rod, not by external force. You understand? This F1 bar is in the string only. It is not created by external force. I am not holding this and pulling it. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
understood? So therefore, if you take the work done by the internal forces here, in this case the tension, then delta F1 bar. So this one, so I can write it like this: summation Fi bar dot delta Ri bar is equal to 0. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you differentiate delta R bar, see the principle is this. This is the principle. Now, what are the abstractions? If you differentiate this equation, then you will get it as delta Fi bar dot V
Delta V bar.
Vi bar is equal to 0.
Yes.
And again, if you differentiate, you get it as summation Fi bar dot Ai bar is equal to 0.
Yes.
Yes.
So you can jolly well use this equation and you can solve this constraint motion problem very nicely. See, I was postponing this with this constraint motion because I wanted to teach that after you complete, I teach you work, power, energy. But I am told that in one of the colleges, they are already dealing with constraint motions and they are already using this formula. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And when I asked one of the students, he said, yes sir, using this formula we got. But when I asked the student, how did you get this formula, he doesn't know. And this is not the way of learning. You write any equation, you must know what is that equation. Unless that equation is something like this. So m is equal to m naught, okay, divided by root of 1 minus b square by c square. Now, okay, this is the formula for mass. Now you should not, you say this equation is derived, okay. For this derivation, there are a lot of things lot of physics that you have to know, lot of mathematics you have to know, and this equation will be used in special theory of relativity. Okay. Therefore, you should not demand your teachers and saying that you derive this equation and show. Okay, no, that is not within the purview of the syllabus. But this equation is definitely within your realm because you are going to learn work, energy, power. That's a part of your syllabus. Okay? Fine. So I suppose you understood how it is.
Yes.
Right. So my dear students, yes please.
So in this equation, the summation Fi bar dot Ai bar is equal to 0, we have assumed that all forces are constant.
No, I didn't say all forces are constant here. See, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what is the situation. 1 minute, just hold on. So if you remember the numerical problem that we have solved, you remember this? So I had a pulley here, and I had a pulley here. You remember? Yeah, there. Okay. This was this. So this was M1, and here it was M2. I suppose you remember.
Yes.
Now, if you see that derivation, equation and all, so the tension here is T, the tension here is T, the tension here is T. Okay? Now you see, we derived an equation, if you remember, acceleration of this. You remember the net force, etc., etc. Now, the same problem I can solve it like this. Okay? So here at this point, if I apply the work, what will be the work here? 2T into delta R1, because see, T is also like this and delta R1 may be like this, but it's on the same line. So therefore, because this mass is going up, this mass is coming down.
Yes.
So the work done here at this point is 2T into delta R1, correct? Now the work done at this point will be what? Minus T into delta R2.
Yes.
Because T is up, this will go down. Delta R1. Got it? That's why I written minus. Hello?
Yes.
And this is equal to 0. So here T's will go. So you get here 2 delta R1, okay, is equal to delta R2. You remember?
Yes.
You don't remember. Okay.
Yes.
Now I differentiate it once. So I'll get 2V1 is equal to V2. Again I'll differentiate. I'll get 2A1 is equal to V2. We have got the same derivation using the you take this length of the string to be L1, and this is L2. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
We got the same relation. Did you understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Understood? So we can solve these problems using this equation. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So now you see I have taught you how to do about it. Anyway, some more numericals I will do on constraint motion. In between, one of my good student friends, Viresh Matikalli, he has sent one problem. I'll just take up that problem. Okay? So all of you saw. So this is a frictionless surface. So there is a pulley here. So then you have got a mass attached here, M1. So this is rivet surface. Okay, this is a pulley here, and then this will go up like this. There is a pulley here, and there is mass M2 attached here. Correct, Mr.
Yes, sir.
And this is also like this. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So this is the arrangement here that he has shown. Okay, and what else is the condition, gentlemen, given? Viresh? Viresh?
Sir, surfaces are smooth.
Yeah, surfaces are smooth. Fine. Apart from that,
No condition, sir.
no condition. Okay. So now, under this circumstance, what will happen? Obviously. So what will happen here? The weight vector will be down. W2 will be down. Okay. And for this, normal is balanced by this weight. Okay. Because there is no vertical acceleration. So that is it. So only this W2 is acting here. This W2 will be M2 into G. Got it?
Yes.
So the tension everywhere is same. The tension everywhere is same. The tension everywhere is same. So now here, what will be the acceleration of this block? The acceleration of this block will be T by M1. Correct? Hello?
Yes, sir.
And what will be the acceleration of this block? So if you have solved some problem, if this is A, if the acceleration of this point is A, the acceleration of this point should be what? A by 2.
2E.
If this is A, this should be A by 2. Okay, you have doubt? Okay, then if you have doubt in exam, you quickly prove. How will you prove? Okay, take this length to be L1. The length of the string, man?
Yes, sir.
And take this length to be L2. Okay, so what will be because the string is same, so the string will be L1 plus 2L3 is equal to the length of the string, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So we don't know that length on each side of the pulley is same, sir. That both are L2. That fixed point can be
Okay, got it. Correct.
Yes, sir.
You are right. So I will take this L2, I will take this L2. Done. Good. That is a good decision. See, Aligade, at the right time you intervened and told. So no problem. Okay, like this, if you communicate with me, see, other day, yesterday's class, day before yesterday's class, you have interrupted me 8 times. Okay, and I have aram se dealt with you because your communication was like this. If you interrupt me unnecessarily in between, then only I'll get it. Otherwise, fine. Good, very good. Well done. So here I will write L1 plus L2 plus L3 is equal to L2. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So now this will move in the front. Okay, etc. And what will happen here? This L1 will now become L1 minus x1 because this length will decrease.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now here because this has decreased, this L2 will increase. Correct? So L2 will increase, L2 plus x2. Correct? Hello?
Yes, sir.
And you see, one thing is sure. See, this mass with respect to this, if you take, see here, with respect to this, if you take, this one would have come down. Correct? So this becomes L2 plus X2. Got it?
Yes.
Now you see, this length is fixed. You will see here, this length, if I take this as the reference line, this length is fixed. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
therefore, instead of taking L3, I can still take this as L2. You understand?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
See, if I take that as reference. So then I can jolly well write this as L1 plus 2L2 is equal to L. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
With respect to that reference. Huh? Now I can write here L1 plus X1, okay, plus 2 into, sorry, this should be minus, no? L1 minus X1, because this will decrease. Hello, this will decrease by X1. Huh? Plus 2 into L2, see this one would have increased by X2 is equal to still L.
Yes.
Length
Yes.
of this thing has not changed. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because this is fixed. See, if you are so much interested for this L2, you again add some L3 here and or something like that. It is not necessary. Huh? So, you know, L1 plus 2L1 is equal to L, it gets cancelled. So, you get here minus X1 plus 2X2 is equal to 0. Okay, so therefore X1 will be equal to 2X2. Got it?
Yes.
Now if you differentiate this, okay, you will get X1, if you take it as A, then this will be 2A. If you differentiate this,
Yes.
okay, this is A1, this becomes 2A2. Correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You will get this relation. So this relation, so this will be 2A2 and this will be A1. So A1 will be equal to 2 times the acceleration of this. Clear?
Yes.
Viresh?
Yes, sir.
2 times the acceleration. Therefore, I told here, if this acceleration is A, okay, then this acceleration will be half of it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's why I wrote like this. It is obvious. ठीक है ना?
Yes, sir.
See, in examination also, if you get confused, oh, 2A, and all, you should not, don't worry. I go down to the basic equation and derive. Fat, you should be able to derive. See, this is the preparation that you should do. Right? So, because I will tell you, real-time examination is different. Writing examination in home is different. Writing examination in college, a test, monthly test and all is different experience. Because you know, monthly test you make some silly mistake. I made silly mistake. Chale. Final exam, gaya. So therefore, the pressure on the final exam is different from pressure on the monthly examinations. Unless your teacher creates that pressure in the monthly exam also. Because there are some teachers, you know, they will create that same pressure in the monthly examination. They know how to create. Then you will be properly trained. Okay. Supposing you want to climb Himalayan mountains, so your training must be in Himalayan mountain. Then only you will climb. You cannot climb Ruptung Batta in Hubli and say, I know how to climb Himalaya. Like that. Okay. So therefore, and the best thing is, if you don't remember something, derive. You will do it. Okay. So like this you should do. Okay. So this is it. Okay. Now we'll solve this problem. So here you see the tension is doing the work. Tension into the acceleration at this point. This point. Okay. Minus the tension here. What is the tension here? 2T. Isn't it? A by 2. Hello?
Yes.
You see, this is equal to 0, no?
Yes.
Yes.
You got the answer as 0 here, correct?
Yes.
This is another way to verify. This is another way to verify this.
Yes.
Because of virtual work done. My dear friends.
Yes, sir.
See here, why did this become minus? Because 2T is up and this A is down. That is why it has become minus.
Yes.
This is another way of verifying the things. Now,
Yes.
now if you say this acceleration is A here, in this case, A is equal to what? A is equal to what? A will be equal to, that is acceleration of this point will be what? It will be equal to tension divided by M. Correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
A is tension divided by M. Now here, So therefore tension T is equal to AM. Okay. Here what happens? In this side, you know this factor. Okay, this factor. This is the work done at this point. Okay. So Viresh, you should tell me which acceleration have they given and what they have asked you to prove. I don't know. What is that they have asked you to prove there?
Acceleration of M2 we should find.
Acceleration of M2. Okay. So what will be the now acceleration of M2? So what will be the acceleration of M2 here? So here you see the equation for M2. Okay, equation for M2. So M2 is going down. So M2 into G is acting down. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. And tension is acting up. So this is the net force. Net force divided by M2. This is the acceleration of M2. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you have got tension T here. You substitute A into M1. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Have they given in the data? Have they used A in the data? See, you tell me. They are given in the data. Have they used M1? Have they used M2? Have they used anything else? Viresh, only M1, M2 they have told.
And they told only acceleration, sir, no E.
What they have told? Only acceleration of what?
Acceleration of M2.
Acceleration of M2, what they have told? Acceleration of M2, what they have told? They have asked you to find out this, no? What is the data they have given? They have given M1, M2 and something else they have given?
No, sir.
They are not given anything else. Okay, fine. So in this case, they are not giving this A for you. Here. Are you sure? Because
Yes, sir.
okay, fine. Then you can use this relation and tell the acceleration of this is A by 2. So if you take this here, see here, M2 I'll write here, M2G minus 2. Instead of T, I'll write it AM1. Got it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
By M2. Now I know acceleration of M2 will be half of this, A by 2. Okay?
Yes.
Now I will filter this A. I will filter this A from this equation and I will get the answer.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Understood? Understood, Mr. Viresh?
Yes, sir.
Fine. See, that's right. You work on those. See, yesterday I told you what? You perfect the Newton's laws of motion from NCERT textbook. Did I tell you that?
Yes, sir.
Then what did you do? Did you complete all the questions in NCERT book? Viresh, I am asking you.
No, sir.
Then why are you doing this? See, you do something extra after you complete my homework. Understand? So you should not do like this. So I know that see, because you start struggling with this problem. I will teach you how to handle these problems. Don't be in a hurry. Okay, this is not the way to win the race. Okay, to win the race, there is a methodology. Whatever I tell, you should do. You are being taught, you are being trained, you are being coached. Okay, and you are being counseled. So you have to submit yourself to me. You should not do whatever you want. Is that clear? Anyway, you had asked it, I have solved it for you. I didn't want to make you feel bad. But next time, don't do it. When I told you,
Yes.
till Newton's laws of motion, NCERT book, just complete it. Okay? I will tell you. I will make sure that, all of you will win the race. I will work towards it very sincerely. But you should also cooperate. Okay, it is 7:15. Shall we take a break, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so quickly.